Right, so I saw this video that I'm gonna go through about 7 or so days ago, 6 or so days ago, and I had originally wanted to do this at that time, but I said, since I'm not about to do any gigantic amounts of research on it, let it wait for a little bit. In fact, I did another video that is uploaded just before this one. Okay, let me let it wait for a little bit and see if anything new comes out. Well, did a little bit of looking around, didn't see anything new coming out, so I'm going to talk about it now. You see what you see here on your screen. I'm going to go through this video, and this is going to be a case where it's very important to realize that when it comes to certain things, there's no let's see the evidence, let's see the proof, let's see whatever. Nope, it's just they said so, so they're right. In any other situation, any other case, it would be, I don't know, dictatorial or tyrannical or despotic or whatever to have that kind of stance. But when it comes to this, specifically this, for some odd reason, it just goes, it should go without question. Obviously, you have people like me that are going to question it, but it should go without question, so says society. And I find this quite interesting, and it's specifically this reason. Why? Because this reminds me of something that I recently saw that I'm actually going to make a video on. Probably do it right after this one. Where two cops, for whatever the hell reason they were hanging out, it was a superior and a subordinate. They were hanging out, and the subordinate ends up shooting that cop. And I don't know if he was gay, I don't know what. Maybe the superior was gay, but the subordinate ends up shooting the cop, and one of the things he says to the dispatcher is, "I thought he was going to rape me." That's later. But in that situation, there was videotape and everything. In this situation, it's accusations. Let's get started.
Eddie Guerrero's daughter
Fair use, and all that business. Fair use. Let's not play that game.
claims she's being abused by her stepdad. All right, let's put the picture up full mass. And I'm going to try to explain this as best as I can with the information we currently have. Sherilyn Guerrero, the daughter of wrestling manager Vicky Guerrero and the late great wrestler Eddie, posted a video on her TikTok account. Okay, she posted this video on her TikTok account about her mother's current husband allegedly sexually assaulting her in 2020 while they were on a cruise.
Allegedly. Of course, that's wording that you always have to say, no matter how clear-cut it is in allegedly, I guess, for legal reasons. So, we'll just leave that alone. Okay, allegedly.
All right, here's the video.
My family is well known, obviously.
Let's pause it right there. Let me bring it down to this comment. This is from 6 days ago for me. This is the timestamp. I had no knowledge of your existence before this indisputable video. I can guarantee you most no one knows your family outside of wrestling. Okay, to which point Nick R. also wrote, when she said her family was well known, that part didn't bother me. It's when she said, quote unquote, obviously, right after that got me. She seemed spoiled. Right. Moving right along.
And it's been 2 years, and I have been so quiet about so much. And I have protected them for so long that I feel nobody is protecting me. So come 2020, right before COVID, there was a cruise that my family had went on. And basically on this cruise, I got sexually assaulted. And the unfortunate part is that it was by my stepdad.
Okay, now, doing this as not a scripted out video, the first thing that I ask in this question, and I'm trying to remember because I had so much that I wanted to say back 7 days ago that I didn't write down, I didn't do anything, so I'm going to let it flood back into my mind as we go along. And one of those things that I wanted to say was this. She is now coming 2 years later, okay, on social media, TikTok, making these accusations. And I don't mean making these accusations like, oh my God, accusations, oh great, here we go, right? But making these accusations. My question is, did she go to the police? Because it's one thing for people, women, and the beta orbiters to say, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. She was too scared to come out. No, you're not going to make that claim if you come on TikTok and tell the entire planet. You're not too scared at that point. So, hell, even if you come 2 years later, did you 2 years later go to the police? In fact, let's go on ahead and look up how old this girl is. Let's see here. No container. What the hell is her name? Okay, well, just Eddie Guerrero's daughter. There you go. Eddie Guerrero. Daughter. Okay, let's look her up. Eddie Guerrero daughter. I don't know, stats, specs, Jesus. You tell I'm a freaking nerd. Eddie Guerrero's daughter. This part, okay, I should have, is this her? Nope. Let's see here. Eddie Guerrero's daughter. Alright, well, let's just go with Eddie Guerrero and we'll find it that way. Eddie Guerrero, boom. Children, Shawl. Nah, that couldn't have been her. Basically, what I'm trying to find out is was this girl underage? Because the way people make it seem, and the way people talk, they make it seem like she was this underage, like, teen or grossly underage when this happened. This happened, like, what, 2 years ago? Alright, well, whatever. We'll skip that part. Did she go to the police? Even if it's 2 years later now and she's coming online advertising it to the entire world, not dealing with it internally, did she go to the police? Hell, even if she came on social media now, did she go to the police first? If not, why not? That's a red flag to me. Okay? You're not willing to go to the police, the ones that can actually do some shit about it, but you're gonna come here on social media and air it out for the entire planet. Again, you can't claim, nobody can claim at that point, oh, well, she was too scared or anything else. Okay? Moving right along.
Yeah, it was by my stepdad. And was I the only one? No, but that's not my business to put their story out there. I have told my mom how uncomfortable I am with him after it happened, and basically she was always telling me it was a mistake. It's not who he is. Just kind of like, I'm sorry, that's not my problem type deal.
Keep that in mind for later, because some things that her mom is going to say makes me also question it. I mean, the biggest thing that makes me question this whole thing is you have no problem coming to the entire world. did you go to the cops? Because the cops, short of, and let me also say this, Eddie Guerrero's, brother? You'd think he'd be out for revenge, right? Well, let's see. So, yeah.
And I never really felt like she protected me. And I really tried to tell my mom that, but she took it as a way of disrespect to her and her relationship, and that meaning she doesn't want anything to do with me if I disrespect her relationship.
Okay, so you heard all of what she said. Keep all of that in mind.
Can't tell you how many times I've heard similar stories like that. I have friends who were abused by the boyfriend or the husband of their mother, and when they confronted their mothers about what happened to them, when they confided, many of the mothers chose to either A, hide it, or B, make an excuse.
Okay, well, it sounds to me like you're a little bit biased about this entire thing, but you know what? Yeah, it does happen. Not going to sit here and say that it doesn't happen, obviously. However, as we've not trying to compare this story to any other story, but as you can see so many times, and not saying she did, here's my thing. I don't know. And me saying I don't know, keep that in mind for later. I will bring that back up again. I don't know. Okay? You, Mr. Richie, Dr. Richie, you don't know. None of these people in these comment sections that immediately took her side, the daughter's side, they don't know. Keep all of that in mind for later. Okay? But yeah, it sounds like you're a little bit biased because you've had people that blah, 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 blah. But here's the one thing. People lie. Not saying she lied. I just finished telling you I don't know. Which is probably the most honest thing that anyone can sit here and say. I don't know. But people lie. Side note, this is the reason why you don't date single people, like single mothers or hell, I don't know, maybe even single fathers, because all those kids need to do is just simply claim that you went and did something, and then it's like, oh hell, right? So, and for anybody who thinks that it's just guys that go abusing kids, sexually or not, you might want to go look up at some unbiased stats. Women are more likely to abuse kids, sexually or not. Especially considering that they're around them more. So, there's that. But that's not accepted to be possible. The men are the demons, not the women. Let's keep going.
Following the release of the video, the video, Chavo Guerrero Jr.
Remember when I said keep this in mind for later? Where you think that Chavo would be out for blood? Eddie's brother, I believe this is brother. Alright, here we go.
Tweeted in support of Sherilyn, saying, just to let everyone know, I fully support my cousin. Eddie's daughter, and have been doing so privately in the last couple of years of her struggles. She is a very strong woman for coming forward with the sexual assault she has suffered. I love you, Primo.
Okay. So maybe, thinking about it now, maybe this is just, maybe his managers or whoever, that's giving a filtered, a suppressed, right, answer for the world. Obviously, you know, he's gonna have to say something now that she went and dragged it to the entire world, potentially, the entire planet. Obviously, he's gonna have to say something as the only other well-known person, short of the mom, right, and Eddie himself. So obviously he's gonna have to say something. Okay, fine. In all of this, even privately, there you go. Does this sound even as suppressed and as filtered and formatted and homogenized, pasteurized rather, both, for public consumption as this is, does this sound like somebody who's like, yo, we're about to pull up on this dude and defend the honor and all that of my niece here? Like, nah, we're not about to do that. Right? Does this sound like somebody that's like about to go get the boys and like, you know, have La Raza or whatever it's called pull the fuck up on this dude and go handle him cartel style? No. So it makes me wonder, I mean, there's not even a hint anywhere of like, yo, we're gonna handle this dude. He will be handled he will be dealt with. Like, nothing in this says that. That's a bit suspicious to me. Moving right along.
Vicky Guerrero responded to the allegations in a now deleted Instagram post. Okay? It says, there are two sides to a story.
All those times that I said keep this in mind for later, here it is.
Over 15 years of my relationship with Sherilyn has been hostile, and I have tried to deal with a narcissist person. Not only myself, but close friends of Sherilyn and of over 10 years and family have cut ties with her because of her manic behaviors. I tried to do therapy with Sherilyn, but she always said no, that I am sick, not her. Sherilyn, please tell your side of your character of being drunk. Being drunk on a cruise. And having guys in your room then crying because you were raped, because you think you were raped, then demanded us to go to a pharmacy in the Bahamas for Plan B. You want to play dirty and sling Chris and not through the mud. I can play too.
Stop right there. Now, remember when I said I don't know, and how that is the best and most honest response that anyone, say it with me now again, anyone can have. Huh? I don't know. I wasn't there. Rashad was not there. Dr. Rashad was not there. None of these people were there. You, oh passerby, unless you are the mom or the daughter herself, or maybe even Chris, the now husband, unless you're one of them, you weren't there. Hell, even fucking Chavo probably wasn't there. And I say all of that to say this, maybe she knows something that we don't. I had no idea that this bitch even existed before this tape, before this video. I didn't know she had a daughter. Eddie Guerrero had a daughter. I had no fucking idea. No idea. And I'm willing to bet many of you might not have either. Right? Look at all of this. And this is quote too. So let's see now. Let's go over this. 15 years and hostile. Okay. Hostile with mom. A narcissist person. Okay. Well, that's the parent. That's like who's gonna know you better than yourself, more than your parents? I like to think you know yourself, and then the next people that are going to know you more than you know, or anywhere near as much as you know yourself, is your parents. So if this is the source, if this is the first-hand account, right, that's saying this stuff, yeah. But almost nobody in the comments wants to acknowledge that. This woman has lived with this girl, with her daughter, hell, even longer than Eddie has, right? And probably Chavo has, since he died. Eddie, right? You think she's going to know this girl more than anybody else. And nobody seems to be taking that into account, that maybe, just maybe, you know? And again, Bringing it back to the very first red flag, why the hell are you coming to social media, coming to the entire world to air this out 2 years later? And I don't hear anything about how even, oh, I went to the cops and they didn't do shit about it. And I didn't hear any of that. Right? Didn't hear any of that. So, okay, not only myself, but close friends of Sherilyn over 10 years and family have cut ties with her because of her manic behaviors. This kind of lets me maybe that's why Chavo didn't exactly have that Latino heat for this dude, if you know what I mean. And I don't mean lover's heat. I'm talking about like, yo, we're going to show you what El Diablo looks like. Okay? Maybe this is the reason. Try to do therapy? Okay. But she said no. Okay, there you go. Please tell us out of being drunk on the cruise and having guys, plural, in your room. Guys, plural. Okay? The way they made it seem like it's just like almost a private cruise with just them, and then he went and did this shit like they went and did on a yacht or something. No, it was a fucking cruise. And she was drunk and had guys, plural. Now, Sherilyn. Okay, so let's go back again. Eddie Guerrero's daughter. No container. Eddie Guerrero's daughter. Boom. Or let's not do that. Okay, so her name is Sherilyn. Eddie Guerrero. Boom. Shaw Guerrero. Okay, never mind. Shaw, is that short for Sherilyn? Shaw Marie Guerrero. Alright, Sherilyn Guerrero. Boom. Sherilyn Guerrero. Does she have... Okay, well, whatever. What the hell, Sherilyn Guerrero? That's definitely not her. Alright, screw it, whatever. I don't know how old this girl is. She does not look like she's anywhere near 18, okay? Guys, plural, in your room. And then, again, pharmacy in the Bahamas for plan B. Which means either she let these dudes hit raw, or they banged her out so much that the condom broke. Again, who was there? Was I there? No. Rashad, were you there? Probably not. I'd like to think, I'm going to bet not. Was Chavo there? No. Obviously, Eddie wasn't there, obviously. None of these people were there. Maybe she knows something we don't. So maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't take this girl's side just off the bat. Nobody has proven anything. I saw no rape kit done. I saw no, nothing at all. Right? And my thing is, did she even do it now? After the fact, did she go to the cops? Because from what I've come to understand, I mean, well, this might have happened in Bahamian, I think, if that's how you say it, waters, I don't know. But I don't know if maybe because U.S. citizens, then the laws kind of extend technically to there. You know, I don't think you can, like, go out into international waters, go and rape somebody or kill somebody or something, and then come back to whatever country and they not have something to say about it. Maybe, I don't know. But did she go to the cops in the Bahamas? Did she go to the cops? They didn't do anything, let's just say, right? Just assume. Did she come back to the U.S. and go to those cops? Like, did she even do anything after the fact? Or did she just come on social media now 2 years later? Okay. Now, that being said, that doesn't mean that her husband should have went and had sex with her, right? She might have been drunk. God forbid he was drunk too. Yeah, nobody ever seems to want to say that. You know, God forbid the guy was drunk too. Hell, what if he was more drunk than she was? Oh, there you go. Okay. Did he go to her room? Or did she find his drunk ass? She's drunk too. She made her way to his room. Like, again, I wasn't there. I don't know what the fuck happened. Because it's one thing for you to sit here and say he went and did this to me, but if you went to his room and did that, and God forbid both of you were impaired, well, shit. Right? Maybe he thought that you were your mom. I don't know. You know, but this right here, all of this, and I guarantee you the reason why she deleted this is because nobody seemed to have wanted to actually look at this and be like, maybe there's more here. I guarantee you everybody in her comment section was doing what most, if not everyone, from what I've seen. There you go. In this comment section is doing, which is just simply taking the daughter's side and not being like, let's actually see any evidence, right? Okay. But this right here, where is it? Close friends of Sherilyn over 10 years and family have cut ties with her. Huh. Now, unless she's just lying about this whole fucking thing. Maybe she's lying about this whole fucking thing. I don't know about that. Especially again, considering daughter now comes to the entire planet potentially with something that's probably now permanent, right? People tell the truth when they're mad, when they're drunk. I don't know about high. When they're about to die, when they're kids. And I think there's a fifth one. Mad, drunk, about to die, like old age deathbed. Like what the hell's the point in keeping this anymore? Drunk, mad, about to die, when you're a kid, kids, for all the lying kids do, it's real easy to get the truth out of kids, despite how much lying that they seem to default to. And then there was a fifth one. I forgot what that fifth one is. But there are 5 instances where people tell the truth, usually if not always. Anyway. There you go. There you have it. So that right there let me be like, there's more to this than just that. But what I said beginning, this seems to be the only situation where it's screw any evidence, screw onus is on you. You're coming with the claims. None of that extraordinary claims, extraordinary evidence bullshit. Nope, none of that. It's just believe. Believe. At least when it's women. When it's dudes saying that, you better come and have proof. Again, here comes the videotape of those 2 cops. That's going to be the next video. Moving right along.
She continued, "This is for Mama. Are you enjoying the car that Chris bought you? Since you wrecked yours. I am so done with you and tired of the years of your manipulation, lies, and disrespect. I kept quiet for years because you never seek therapy to learn how to have an adult conversation with me. It has always been your way or nothing at all. Okay, Sharon, not only will I see you in court, but you and I will no longer be related for the fans who feel entitled to come. You hear one side of a story and you feel entitled to comment on something you know nothing about."
Boom. There you go. There you go. Enjoying the car that Chris bought you since you wrecked yours. How did she wreck hers? Did she wreck hers getting drunk and maybe because she had good lawyers or money or something, or maybe the cops were Hispanic like her so they kind of gave her a pass? However, I don't know. How did she wreck her car? Because I don't know how you're going to wreck your car if you're driving sober and fully aware and you're following the laws, right? So done with the years of manipulation, lies, and disrespect. I kept quiet for years because you never seek therapy. Okay. It's always been your way or nothing at all. Yeah. It's always been your way or nothing at all. Now, remember, what one commenter said. Where is it? Down here. I had no knowledge of your existence. And where he said, right there, when she said, obviously, right after that got me. She seemed spoiled. So even this random person was like, okay. And she said that before all of this came up. So, you know, for the fans who feel entitled, fans, and then of course all these people, and that also includes you, Mr. or Dr. Richie, that feel entitled to comment. You hear one side of a story and feel entitled to comment on something you know nothing about. Thank you. And this now makes me superior to all of you. Why? Because I sat here and said, I don't know. I wasn't there. I'm pointing out things that seem like a suspicious red flag to me, but I was not there. I don't know. So for me to just sit here and take her side, you know, put it to you like this, and again, I'm not trying to compare anybody else's situation, but the 3 kids that accuse Michael Jackson, the 3 separate kids that accuse Michael Jackson, how stupid do all the people that instantly took those 3 kids' side feel? Coming years now, all 3 of them admitted on tape that they lied, and I believe they were told to lie by their parents. Not like they even came up and thought of it on their own. They were told to lie by their parents. Right? And of course, all 3 of them went and killed themselves after that. Interesting. But all 3 of them admitted that they lied. Alright? Red flag with that. The second person that accused them, they went straight to the lawyer that got money for the first people. The payout. They didn't go to the cops first. They went to the lawyer first. Red flag. Not trying to compare those, but I'm just using that as an example of maybe you don't just go believing anybody who just goes and claims whatever. We're all mortal, we're all human, we're all capable of lying. Okay. Again, not saying she lied, because as one person pointed out, switch this to newest, or maybe not that, switch that to here. Notice the mom doesn't deny it happened. Maybe it did happen. You know? Maybe it did happen, maybe it didn't. God knows, maybe they wanted it to happen, all involved, and then somebody decides to feel guilty after. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I see a lot of red flags here. I see a lot of suspicious things in all of what was said by both sides. Right? The fact that Chava doesn't seem to be out for blood tells me, maybe there's some truth in everyone cutting ties with her. So...
despite her mother's statement, Sherilyn is asking commenters not to criticize her mother. She put a quote up, I don't want anyone to slander my mom as the situation speaks for itself, etc.
The truth will always come out, and I've prayed about this for so long. I'm glad to finally be received and heard. All I've wanted was to be heard. So you didn't want the guy to be in jail, you didn't want something, you just want to be quote-unquote heard. And that's enough. Just to be heard. Okay, and then what? A week from now, a month from now, a year from now, a decade from now, you were heard. Assuming a decade from now, YouTube and TikTok and all that stuff is even here. Okay, I mean, hell, has TikTok been banned yet? All this stuff that they've been talking about? All I've wanted was to be heard. But she said that you turned down therapy. Well, therapy was probably way before that happened, so that's fine. Well, did the cops hear you? Did you go to the cops and try to tell them? See, because I'd still have the stance I have of I don't know, and I don't know who's telling the truth, who's lying, I don't know. But I'd be more sympathetic, for lack of a better term, if I heard, I went to the cops, here's the report, edited out or redacted or whatever, and they didn't do shit about it. Then I'd have been like, okay, well, at least she took active steps to try to gain some justice from this, but I don't see any of that here. And again, I doubt she was like underage when this happened. Right? So, yeah, you know? I mean, yeah, I mean, it's real easy to. Anybody who knows me knows that I am very anti-police. I'm very anti-cop. I'm very anti-law enforcement. I'm very pro 100% of the population open carrying, and I guarantee you crimes will disappear, except for maybe white collar crimes. But point is, right? I'm very pro people policing themselves, right? And leaving the gun, the government can F off in all forms of fashion. However, in this case, it's real easy to sit here and say the cops won't do anything when you don't go to the cops. Okay? Unfortunately, it's so fashioned that you have to go to the cops, because if you don't and you go and handle it yourself, well, if you handle it yourself, make sure the body doesn't come up. Real easy to get rid of a body. But if you handle it yourself and you mess up that way, then you end up getting to court like, well, why didn't you call the police? Right? So, why did you not go to the police? And I'm assuming you didn't, because nowhere in there did you say that you did. Like, if you went to the cops, they arrested him, he was guilty, he's in jail, why was none of that said? Right. Sorry. I'm not, again, I don't know. It seems like maybe she knew, the mother knew based on certain things that she said. Because, again, she didn't deny it or even question that whether it actually happened or not. However, I think there's more going on than just what people want to believe. You know, so there's that.
I'm so deep.
And let me actually say one last thing. To the stepfather. Okay, let's just say the stepfather has kids of his own from another marriage, okay? For all the people that want to immediately take this girl's, the stepdaughter's side, right? And just demonize him and she said so, so therefore it is. How would you like it if somebody did that to your dad? Your dad goes and get married to somebody else, and that somebody else has a daughter, and she goes and accuses him of stuff. Are you going to automatically believe her over your own dad? Or your own uncle? Or your own, I don't know, nephew, whatever. Grandfather, grandson, whatever. Are you going to believe her over him? He's your direct related family. She's only related to you by law, in law, not in blood, right? Not in biology. At least not direct biology, okay? Are you going to automatically believe her? As you're doing now. If not, why not?
Exactly. She's telling the truth.
To which point I went and put right there, this is 524. Oh, 526. Yeah, okay, 524. How exactly, in all caps and bolded, do you know? You better have some verified, absolute, irrefutable proof of that. And I like my own damn comment, right? How do you know? She's telling the truth. How do you know? You weren't there. I wasn't there. I'm not sitting here saying she's telling the truth. I'm also not saying she's lying. In fact, it looks like she's not lying based on some of the stuff I said and that the mother said. It looks like she's not lying. However, as I said here, first, what exactly did he do? I asked this because I noticed. People naturally, natural females, I have to specify that in today's day and age, like saying sexual assault, which can mean anything. Flicking the nipple of a girl with huge ass tits, or a 10-minute irreversible rape scene. If anybody knows what this rape scene is, the most walked out on seen in movie history. Okay, go look it up if you're really that inclined to go watch it. Jesus. Okay, like, okay, both are quote-unquote sexual assault. I dare anyone to debate me that one isn't far worse than the other. Getting your ass grabbed, or even if he latches on, it doesn't compare to being gang raped prisoner of war style. Okay. Second, if she went to TikTok instead of the cop, okay, well, there you go. I mean, you see for yourself. And apparently 5 people out of all of this, I guess, had some bit of intelligence to them to see what I'm saying, right? Interesting thing with this rape scene, from what I've come to understand, she actually did take it up the ass, like she was literally in there taking it up the ass, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, that's a European film, a Euro film. I don't think you get away with that in America, but yeah, from what I understand. Anyway, that's relevant from this. Just if anybody actually goes and looks up this scene or tries to find it, or does find it, I can't confirm that, but just to also give you an extra night. You too. That's my girl. An extra, yeah, the most walked out on scene in movie history. Which is kind of interesting considering it's Europeans. You'd think they would be more desensitized to all that stuff. Anyway.
In my opinion. What?
Yeah, in your opinion. Yeah. You make sure you put that, because if you go and actually claim she's telling the truth, it might end up having a lawsuit. How do you know? Were you there? And get called as a witness.
How the mother would come against her child? Obviously, the mother is okay with what happened. Did she say at one point it never happened? No.
Maybe she knows something that we don't, sir. Doctor. Because, yeah, it's like, okay, you're going to pick somebody else over your own kid. Well, if your kid is fucked up, I mean, like, I'm sorry. Some people are messed up. And the one thing that people don't seem to understand is that, you know what, sometimes you have to say fuck family. And I know how, especially with the whole Hispanic community and Spanish, Hispanic, Latino, Latina, whatever the hell is the correct term in today's day and age, with the X, Latin X, whatever. I know how close they are as family and my family, right or wrong, but if even they are doing something like this, if even... is saying fuck it, like, considering the strong family bond that Latins have with their own family, if they're saying fuck it, maybe there is something more to it than what we are all seeing, than a little TikTok video that this girl showed of her side. Like shit. Where's the guy that supposedly did this? Where's his video being like, you know what, yeah, I did that shit. No, I was not pot pissing drunk. No, I was not more drunk than her. No, she did not come into my place and I thought it was her mom, so I got balls deep and busted nuts, destroyed that cervix. No. Nope, I raped her. I knew what I was doing. Like where's that? Where is his side? Right, I mean, shit. Did anybody think to go find this dude and ask him his side? Shit, man. Like, no.
Did she say at any point this never occurred? No. What does she try to do? She tries to besmirch the character of her own child.
Because maybe she knows the character of her own child. She's been with her own child longer than anybody else. Longer than the dad, longer than any of the relatives. Longer than you, longer than your viewers, longer than anybody who's watching my video, longer than me. Maybe she knows the character of her own child and the character ain't shit. How did she wreck her car? And instead of go working and getting her own, some dude comes and pays for and gives her another one. Okay. Why is she getting drunk and having guys plural run through train style through her cruise room? Right? Maybe her character is shit. You know? Did you ever think of that?
Because the man she chose is allegedly a piece of garbage. AB thoughts.
I'm a mother. I'm a mother. There's no way I would ever come against my child this way in a public manner.
Huh. Okay, I mean, hey, alright. Now, if your child comes against you in a public manner like this, you know? Because I bet you if Vicky had just not said anything at all, oh, yeah, she didn't even respond. Well, what is she supposed to respond and say? If she doesn't say anything, that's oh my god, that's guilt. But here it is, she is saying something and it's not what you want her to say, then all of a sudden she's Hitler, she's Satan. Were you there, madam? Do you know more about this girl making these claims than even the mother does? Like,
Regardless of what you feel about your child's character, she is crying out for
regardless, nothing.
help.
Okay. Regardless. No, not regardless, madam. See, this is the thing. Right or wrong. Sorry, no. This is how people get away with shit. That's not right. No, if the character's fucked up, you know, if you have a character of always lying, you know, why the hell should somebody put their life and limb and reputation on the line for you when you've known more oftentimes than not to be a liar? Right? Crying out for help. Did the mother not say that she tried to do therapy and she kept saying no? The daughter kept saying no? Did she cry out to help to the police? Like, this right here, what she just said, is the same mentality that most of these people in these comment sections have. Same mentality Dr. Rashad Ritchie has. And it's wrong. It's wrong. Nobody's immune from being told to fuck off. Nobody's immune from being cut off. Not even your own kids. Not even your own parents. Right? Sometimes you have to say fuck family. Fuck family, fuck friends, fuck them. They will hold you back. Which is worse considering that they probably know the best ways to destroy you more than anybody else. Sometimes you have to say that. And if you're really going to cry out for help, well, there's therapy, which apparently she turned down probably multiple times, but at least once. Right?
She went to the internet with her story, whether you believe it or not. I don't care about the two sides of the story.
Well, that just tells you all you need to know. You don't care about two sides to the story. Believe the woman, and that's it. Now, if the guy came and said, well, I was drunk and I was asleep and then she came in and did whatever, nobody would, well, let's get both sides. So, forget evidence, forget anything. He's guilty and that's that. She came to the internet instead of the cops. Okay.
The only side of the story you need to protect right now is the side of the story that came from the child that you birthed. There is a problem, and there is a problem in the household, and I think the response from the mother goes to show the character of the mother, but goes to show who's really manic in the situation and who really needs to seek therapy. Because the audacity of you, regardless...
Did she not say that she tried for us to go to therapy, and the daughter kept saying no? So the mother tried that. Hey, but whatever.
Of what your kid says, your child is a child for a reason, and you are a parent to parent them and teach them.
It's one thing if this child was like 5 years old and claimed this, or hell, maybe even 15 years old. This happened 2 years ago. Something tells me, and I don't know this girl's age, this Sherilyn. I have a feeling she was not a child when this happened. I have a feeling she's a bit more than 18 years old. Correct me if I'm wrong, but but even so, let's just say she was underage at that point. Well, I mean, fuck. The fact that there's been no arrest because underage, again, maybe because it happened in international waters or maybe Bahamian waters or whatever, I don't know. But if she was underage and this happened and she didn't go to the cops, but she came to TikTok and no arrest was made, nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, nah.
Okay? You don't teach them and play the same games as a child plays when you are the adult in the situation, regardless of how old your child is. It's unacceptable for you to put your child business out there like that. I don't care what type of behavior your child was involved in on a cruise, for you to disrespect your child and belittle her on the internet so that you don't look like a bad person made you look even worse.
Madam, you just made yourself look like the worst person. Who the hell bred with this? Who bred with this and you just heard her. That's the take she has. That's the take she has. So all of these people that went and shot up schools and shot up this place and shot up that place, their parents should still take their side, right or wrong. Because that's literally the logic you're using. And no, it is very much the same thing. It's still the parents. It's still their kid. So why does it work? Well, why does your logic work when it's women accusing females accusing males of something, and it's some daughter of somebody, but when it's a dude shooting up a school or shooting up a church or shooting up wherever the hell, blowing somewhere up, it doesn't work. It's the exact same logic, madam. These are the kind of fools with their foolishness that are breeding out here. Okay. Well, there you have it. There you have it. This is very, very sad that mom is essentially supposed to be forced to take her kid's side, despite the fact that mom probably knows the kid and knows what other people don't. Other people only know what the kid chose to put out first on the internet. Disrespecting the whole family by airing out this dirty laundry rather than going to the cops and going to therapy and doing all that. No. Decides to come to fucking TikTok of all places. Or just internet of all places. Could have been YouTube, could have been wherever. Right? Disrespect the whole family by doing this. Moms come out and be like, oh, hell no, you're not about to make it seem like you were just held down and just brutally raped. No, bitch, your ass was drunk and you actively participated. You're only claiming rape now because you feel bad, right? You know, like to want to go to a pharmacy and get a plan B rather than go to the hospital, get a rape kit done, and I'm pretty sure the hospital has some plan Bs there as well. That seems a bit, you know what? Your thoughts. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done here. Your thoughts. Your thoughts. Comment below. I don't filter comments, as you all know. So, and I don't filter words either. So, you say what you want to say. Your comments below. Alright? Later.